Rodimus Prime.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Callie, this is Callie's Collectible Reviews, and today, something of a little bit of a throwback. I'm going to take a look at the Masterpiece Hot Rodimus. This is the KO version and I will explain in the video. So without further ado, let's jump into that review station and take a closer look at the figure. See you in a sec. Bye. Okay, so here we go, and here's the figure, here's the accessories, and here is the packaging. Now, as I said during the intro, this is actually the KO version, which is short for knockoff version. Now, these things are made with exactly the same molds as the official ones. So, I'm going to take a quick look at the box, because again, knockoff box, the picture quality is not as good as an official release, as you can see there. There's the back of the box. It's all in Japanese, I can't read any of it. It's Ultra Magnus. I'd love to get that Ultra Magnus, but it's way out of my price range these days. Now, the one thing with this being a KO is it shows you here, this one can hold MP10's Matrix. Right, but it doesn't come with one. You can see there, that's everything that you get in the packaging, and it doesn't come with one. But if I take the plastic out of the box that holds the figure, drop the box out the fucking window with that, you can see they've actually moulded a spot for the Matrix. So, as a bonus for buying the KO version as opposed to the official version, you actually get MP10's Matrix, and we'll take a closer look at that in a minute. Now, when it comes to KOs, how do I feel about it, and how can I put this? Basically, they're made with the same molds, sometimes in the same factories, and they're sold at a much cheaper price, and they come with little extras. And I've watched comparison reviews online, on YouTube and places like that, where people have looked at a KO next to an official one, and they've actually said that in a lot of cases, the KO version is actually better than the official version. So I'm going to do a quick review of this guy and just see if that's true. I don't have the original to do a comparison, but I'll give you my thoughts. You do get the card, which is kind of cool. And that's the instructions. I won't really show them off. They're exactly the same as the official. And this figure's been out a while, so people have seen all this shit. I'm just doing this because I want to do it. But here we go. We'll take a quick look at the accessories. And I'll show them off, obviously, in robot mode. But obviously, first we'll do the bonus one. You get the Matrix of Leadership you get with MP10. It's got a small crystal this side, big crystal this side to kind of make it look like it's a bit opened. This is die-cast. It's die-cast metal with plastic in the middle. You shine a light through that, and it does glow up quite well. But yeah, comes with his pizza cutter, as my daughter calls it. It's meant to be a spinning blade, but yeah, it looks like a pizza cutter. He comes with his two blasters, which are nicely done, nicely sculpted and moulded, I think. Oh, come on, focus. There you go. But nicely sculpted. Same with this one. Focus. There you go. They do have flip-up handles, and I'll show what that's for in a moment. And the best accessory any character should ever come with, a fishing rod. Little spool done there, look. Focus. There we go. But yeah, he gets a fishing rod because, you know, his introduction scene in the 86 film had him fishing. So they gave you a fishing rod. Okay. But anyway, here is Hot Rodimus, as he's listed on the box, in his vehicle mode, and I have to say, it is a very, very well done vehicle mode. I love the chrome on the pipes. It gets that kind of iconic look from the film. Just, oh. As you can see, there's very, very little ground clearance with this guy, so he doesn't always roll properly, but and the big yellow spoiler, which is very indicative of Hot Rod. And yeah, I'm a Hot Rod fangirl, so sue me. But yeah, Very, very nice. I mean, yeah, you've got visible head syndrome right there. You can kind of just see how everything works right there. It does not look good from the underneath, but there you go. Now, I'll quickly show off how the accessories work. Now, the Matrix of Leadership, you can actually pop open the hood of the car to reveal some nice molded details there, look. And you simply take the Matrix and you... Oh, no, I've got it the wrong way up. Simply pop it inside like so. And then you close all this up. It can be a bit tricky, but there you go. And done. That's where the Matrix goes. Now the blasters, as I said, they've got these little flip down handles. There's that one. You just do that. Same with this one. Boop. And then you've got these little square bits right here. And these plug in here. Either side. And you can have that going on. This one doesn't like to stay in there purely because of the way the gun catches the spoiler, but it won't stay in. But what you can do is, much like the old Target Master Hot Rod, she says if she can get it open, come on, there we go, push that up. You can then take the gun, theoretically, and you're supposed to be able to plug it in, but you can't, not really. Not this one. Don't think this one will go in either. No, you're supposed to be able to, but unless I'm doing something wrong here. Oh, I dropped one of the guns. Bear with me. And I'm back. Yeah, you can kind of see, you're supposed to be able to do that. And for the effect you get, I mean, it's negligible. I prefer to just leave vehicle modes to look like vehicle modes and not battle vehicle modes. If I want that, I'll play Twisted Metal. Thank you. But anyway, I'm going to do some quick comparisons with this guy between himself, obviously, and the Kingdom Rodimus that was released last year. Because, let's face it, it's the benchmark to beat. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, so here we have them both in vehicle mode. And I'd have to say, being kind of a purist at heart when it comes to Hot Rod, vehicle mode wise, I prefer this design because it's more movie accurate. It's more what I remember Hot Rod being from my childhood. This one, I think, makes an excellent update to the character, because this isn't meant to be Hot Rod. This is meant to be Rodimus Prime. So, if you want to take it that this is Hot Rod, and this is Rodimus Prime, then yeah, I could see that this would be sort of a beefed up version of this, kind of. Like, if you squint your eyes, it could be. But anyway, that's it for comparisons. I think both do a very good job. I slightly prefer this one, but it's the nostalgia in me that says that. But I think this is an excellent update. But yeah, that's the only comparisons I'm going to do. I'm not going to do like this, that, and the other character today. It's just Hot Rod. I'm showing my love for Hot Rod today. So anyway, on with the transformation. Okay, so here he is in robot mode. And yeah, I'd have to say, pretty impressive. I mean, I like it. It's masterpiece. It's got a very flat chest, unfortunately. But I mean, it looks like Hot Rod. I think the vehicle mode's better than the robot mode, personally. It's kind of like very bulky at the top, very thick, and then you get to the bottom and he's very, very thin at the bottom. But, I mean, just excellent paint details. Especially for a knockoff version. As I keep saying, I mean, this is the KO version, but very nicely done, I think. In my opinion. There's the chrome. I mean, everything folds up nicely into a bit of a backpack, but not much. It does look ugly from the top, but I mean, when you look at it from the top. I love how this is like a nice metallic-y kind of paint job. You can see the the light picking it up there. Love that little detail. Face sculpt is very nicely done. Very well done in my opinion. Let's get right in close. There we go. Yes, he's got a paint chip or something on his nose. It's just due to the transformation and the age of this character. Or this figure. But yeah, very nicely done. One little gimmick that this has compared to the Kingdom one, which we'll get to in a minute, is you can actually pop open his head. And you can actually flip out, if I can get in there. She says, oh, it's difficult. Oh, there we go. Push up. There we go. And down over his face. And then close all that back up. And there you go. He's got his shades. So you can do that iconic pose of when he's shooting the Decepticons from the film. There you go. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah. I've lost the plot. Anyway. Right, so articulation for this guy. Let's quickly run over it. The head is on, I think, ball joint. I'm not entirely sure, or just a series of hinges. But when you look too far up, it looks like you've decapitated him. So, oh no, it's on a post and a hinge right at the back. That's very weird. I've never noticed that before. But there you go. Arms can go that far to the side. They can do a full 360, but obviously watch out for the spoiler. You get double jointed elbows, which is very nice. You get a bicep rotation right there, but again, this is more due to the transformation, the way the figure transforms, but yeah. And hands, you get that much movement inward, that much outward, and the hands do open and close. So there you go, there's that. Come on, there we go. Same both sides. The chest compartments, like in vehicle mode, still opens up. You can still see the matrix in there. Of course, it now looks more filled out, like there's engine bits and whatnot in there. So it looks a bit better in robot mode, but yeah, works the same. You do have this lovely translucent orange over silver paint in there, which, I don't know if it'll focus. There you go. Some little molded detail in there. Legs. Well, arms can also rotate here as well. But again, that's more for transformation. You can pop it out and bring the arms round, but that's undoing joints, and I don't like doing that. So anyway, legs can go, well, you can do the full splits. Can go, if you lift the skirt piece up, these bits around the sides, I'm trying to get this in focus here. These bits here will kind of move out of the way to accommodate our leg articulation. These bits at the side as well. So you can go all the way out to the side. You can go that far back. You can go that far forward. You get rotation up at this joint right here. So you get rotation there. You get nice double jointed knees there. He can kick himself in the middle of his back, let him kick his own ass. And for the rest of the leg, you get down, up, well, not really up, that's on a hinge there, and you get a little bit of pivot, not much. If you kind of move it all the way forward, you get a little bit more, but not much really. It's not really there, but yeah, so there you go. That's the articulation on Hot Rod. Right, now I'm going to quickly show off what you do with this. Now, what you do is you flip one of his hands in. It works either side. It's the same connection, but I'll do it this side. There you go, and you've got this post. You got a hole right there. Now, what do you do when you have a little peg and a little hole? You put the two together. You make a little noise. Giggity. And there you go. Now he's ready for his day shift at Domino's. Hey, Autobot Pizza, you called? Sorry, I'm not with it today. I'm having one of those days, ladies and gentlemen. What can I say? What can I say? Anyway, yeah, that's how that works. So now we'll show off the guns. Well, I'll show off a gun in one hand anyway before I do comparisons. But what you do is you flip it down to this handle. It's got the little tabs either side of it. There is a slot right there in the palm. And the idea, she says, the idea is you're supposed to thread this into the hand and put it into the slot. But it doesn't really line up. And I don't know whether that's because this is a KO or if it's a problem with the official one. But it doesn't want to go in there properly, so I just end up putting it in his hand, wrapping his hand around it, and hoping for the fucking best. Which is kind of, you know, how I live my life. Hoping for the fucking best. But there you go. That's how he holds his gun. I guess it's for, I guess now it's time for comparisons. So, yeah, let's go for it. And there we have Hot Rod gunning it up, and there we have Rodimus Prime pointing purposefully, as you know he does. So yeah, I mean, there's not much more I can say about these two figures. I mean, the reviews for this guy, and I think they look pretty damn good together. But at the same time, for me, robot mode especially, Kingdom definitely beats this guy. This is what, when I think Rodimus Prime, this is the look I think of. When I think of Hot Rod, this is the look I think of. So. But anyway, I'm going to give my final thoughts, and I shall see you in a second. Bye! Okay then, so that was my review of the Transformers Masterpiece 38 Hot Rodimus KO version. Now, is it a good figure with it being a KO? Like I said all throughout the review, it's pretty much the same as the standard one, the official one. You just get a matrix with it, and there's a few things that work better. I've watched several reviews that said the official one, the ankles are loose, the hips are loose, the knees don't work. This guy, they're perfectly nice. They hold a pose. So yeah, why would you not get the KO one? But it's down to you. It's down to your choice. Okay, I'm not endorsing them. I'm just saying that for people on a budget, I can see why these sell as well as they do. Anyway, I have been Callie for Callie's Collectibles Reviews, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye!
Arise, Rodimus Prime.